were transported to the hospital in serious condition with one confirmed fatality. At this time, our members are continuing to work to remove debris, to clear the area, to check to see if in fact there are any other possible victims that may be involved. Right now we do have our partnering agencies. We have Office of Emergency Management, Red Cross, and housing on the scene to provide some sort of assistance and temporary shelter for the residents involved. It's unclear at this time, but we are working diligently to determine the total homes that were involved in this explosion, as well as those that perhaps could have been affected by it. So right now, we'll turn it over to Mr. Mayor for additional comments.
First of all, I want to thank all of the agencies that have come together to help us in Baltimore City. We got Howard County, and we also have Baltimore County who sent their personnel here to help us. This is an unusual thing that's happened. A lot of houses have been destroyed. A lot of windows have been shattered in this community. And me and the council president just want everyone to pray for these people who have been affected, and thanking all of the businesses that have called us and said they wanted to supply water, food, and those kind of things. So we just want to say thank you to all of them. And I want to thank our fire department, our Office of Emergency Management, and our Department of Housing for being on the scene, making sure that they check with each and every resident to make sure that there's no gas leaks in their houses, and try to make sure that we work with Red Cross to try to get people into some stabilization in some homes and hotels if we can. We just want to make sure that we take care of these people because it's our duty to make sure that we take care of them. Mr. President?
Thank you. I want really we all know what's happening here today, and I want everybody in the city really to rally around those individuals that are still fighting for their lives. That's where we should put all our hopes, all our prayers, all our energy into those individuals and their families, and just hoping that we can support them to survive through this. This is a tragic incident. We're very grateful to all the first responders, all the city help, all the professional help, those from the other counties that came to help us in this tragic incident. But I need the entire city of Baltimore right now to focus on hopeful prayers for those individuals that are impacted by this. This is something that no one should ever have to experience, but we know that we have families and people that are fighting for their lives, so that's where our energy should be. So thank you. And thank you to BGE too for coming here, being on scene, being able to help out with an incident that was very in flux and everything like that. So it's very critical to have our partnership across the board.
I'm sorry. Who's next? BGE. I'm sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Linda Foy with Baltimore Gas and Electric. BGE is continuing to work to turn the gas off to this area. We're now working to turn off the gas main, which will likely take customers out who've been largely unaffected by this event, but that's what we need to do in order to make the area safe. And once we make the area safe, we can then begin to make repairs and to also understand what happened. And there's certain parts of our gas system that we're not able to get to right now because of the recovery efforts that are underway. And of course, our thoughts and prayers are with the families that have been affected by this. There may also be customers who are without electric service right now. It's my understanding that this incident caused some damage to the electric lines as well. We are working to restore those customers. But if there are customers who are without electric service at this time, we would ask that they either report it through our mobile app or give us a call. But certainly our number one priority is and always will be to keep our employees and our customers as safe as possible. And we will not compromise that as this investigation and this process is ongoing. Thank you.
And before we take any questions, we just want to make sure that we don't forget our partner agencies who has provided any assistance. And we want to thank MTA, of course, because they provided 3 buses for the residents who have been displaced, just for some temporary shelter until we find something a little bit more permanent so they can stay out of the heat and where they can sit in the air. So we do want to thank them. Questions? At this time, it's still active. It's a pretty active scene. We've been out here before 10 o'clock this morning, and we have been working pretty hard and aggressively to make sure that we remove all the debris and the rubble to check to see if there is even any other victims inside.
At noon you said you had eyes on one other person. Did that person get recovered?
That has not been confirmed. Again, we have 6 people that was transported and 1 confirmed dead. That's all the information that we have on victims at this time. We do not have that information. It's still pretty active. We're searching. So it's a rescue operation. So right now we're still searching. Hold on.
Question here.
Can you talk about just what the next few hours look like? You expect to be here overnight?
We're prepared to be here throughout the night and as long as it takes. Again, it's still pretty active. We haven't determined if there are any other victims. So again, we're working diligently. We're trying to make sure that we comb through every area to determine if there are any victims inside.
Ethnicity of the victims, and also how many people have been displaced so far?
We do not have an exact number on the total displaced. OEM, Red Cross, and housing, they have been going door to door to check with residents to see who was affected by this and how many homes. So we don't have that total just yet.
What about the ethnicity?
I'm sorry?
Ethnicity of the victims.
It's unclear. We don't have their sex, their race, or ages at this time.
Are there any reports of missing persons?
I'm sorry?
Are there any reports of missing persons?
It's unclear at this time. And then right now we'll bring up the rep from Red Cross so he can talk about their efforts.
Okay, good afternoon.
It's okay.
Might have to hold it up.
All right, let me try again. I'm sorry, folks. Paul Carden, C-A-R-D-E-N.
Hold on for a second.
Okay, Paul Carden, C-A-R-D-E-N, with the American Red Cross National Capital Chesapeake Region. Right now we're involved with the city in the first part of our response. We've established a reception center, we have city buses, we're bringing in Gatorade, water, meals, have counselors present. So right now we're providing a safe place for residents to stay. Tonight, once we find out how many people cannot return to their homes, we'll make arrangements for them to find a safe, secure place to stay tonight, most likely a hotel. Tomorrow we'll begin working one-on-one with the families whose homes have been destroyed, who have injured family members, or have lost a loved one in the explosion. Our services will be mental health, spiritual health, health services. We'll also have our volunteers provide financial assistance, information, and referrals. So this is the beginning with our city partners on a very long, complex recovery process for those who were affected by this tragic disaster today.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Can you talk about the role that the urban search and rescue unit is playing in this investigation? We saw that there's a state vehicle here at urban search and rescue.
Yeah.
Can you talk about
I think
what they're playing in the investigation?
Last question from Lowell.
Lowell, you have the last question.
You got the last question, Lowell. Let's go.
Okay.
What is it?
Can you talk about the role that the urban search and rescue unit is playing in this investigation? We saw that the state has brought in resources to help. Can you talk about their role in this investigation?
All right, so basically what's happening with that is they're assisting us with this operation that we're dealing with right now. This is still a rescue operation at this time. It's not a recovery operation, it's a rescue operation because we still are in the unknown at this point. So that's what they're doing, they're assisting us. So as the mayor had said earlier, there are multiple agencies that have come into Baltimore to assist us, and we're very thankful for them. All right, thank you very much. We'll update you guys later.